And joining me in the studio for Week in Review on Radio London today, I have life coach Carrie Brooks and also the nutritionist and personal trainer Rahel. Carrie, shall we delve into your first story? I know this is taken from The Guardian. It's around a review of post-COVID social research, which has revealed how much society has changed since the pandemic. Do share more.
So from beating burglary to weight gain, ways that working from home has changed Britain. So they've got a few different ones here. And one of the obvious ones is health and well-being. Another draw of working from home is control over your personal space and food. The Hall review found that people eat more fruit, vegetables, dairy products and home-cooked food. Obviously that makes sense, doesn't it? Because you're going to be eating from home. So instead of rushing out and grabbing, whatever at lunch or eating, they also say, what does happen is that you don't take as many breaks.
Sure.
And everything like that. So that's one part of it. And, the other part is obviously the commuting. That's another bonus because you don't have to do those hours of travel, squished on the central line trying to get home. We've all been there. So there's a lot of positives, about that, obviously. And the other one, but obviously as a life coach, I'm aware of how much working has changed because myself personally, I used to have my consultation rooms and I used to go in every day.
Yes.
And then with the pandemic, everything online. And now my business is 95% online. And my clients, they're working, but they're fundamentally still working from home. Some of them are coming into the office, but there's not been that mass return to the office. And my observation is obviously there's the positives, which are all known about working from home. But, the negative is the fact that we're social beings and the fact that it can be very isolating working from home. If you work in an office, you go and have a coffee, you've got your colleague there, or you might go out to lunch together, go for a drink afterwards. All these sort of social interactions are gone with working from home. So, and to be honest, it happened to me too, because I used to be out and about it every day. And then not only after the lockdown, but now I'm fundamentally based at home. And I've realised that I have to make a conscious effort to go out and socialise. Because it's so easy if you work from home just to stay at home, and that's really important. And of course, with the physical fitness, Shay knows I swim. I do outdoor swimming. So that's my love. But it's takes a conscious effort because it's very easy to become hermit-like when you have everything at home.
Rahel? It's an important point, isn't it, that we did really adapt to this lifestyle almost too quickly, perhaps during the pandemic. We didn't have a choice. But then some of us, if not a lot of us, have kind of continued it. What are your thoughts?
For me, I'd really like to mention this as a mother. My son is 15. With his friends, he's happy to go and meet up, but they do hang out online a lot. He really does not want to go unnecessarily to many places. We would go to dinners once a week regularly. We still go to theatre, thank God, and cinema, so events, but everything else, he's just not interested in getting out of the house. I personally, as part of my job, that is a social bit. I go to my clients, we have a chat, go to the next client. I actually have welcomed the sort of introduction of I can also work from home because I do, let's say, admin on my laptop. And I like being creative in my own time when nobody's interrupting.
But what's your thoughts on, like, for me on a personal level, and this is, by the way, not just being a broadcaster and a presenter now, but I remember even when before I started this career, so I'm talking about maybe 14, 15 years ago, in my mind, work meant, it literally in my mind was defined by having to get up in the morning, get ready and leave the house. Do you see what I mean? Because as soon as I'm at home and my whole mindset changes. I've got 100 things to do. Maybe I just want to relax, or I've got to do the washing, whatever it may be. I personally struggle even now to work from home. I'm currently doing a documentary, and I've been able to do this documentary literally with my laptop, with my headphones, microphone. And it just doesn't feel the same because I'm so used to being in a studio doing it. I'm like, no, this just feels really like this audio documentary, and I think, oh, no, I need to be out. I need to be. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
It makes total sense, because it's that up and out, and it also gives you a sense of purpose.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So when you're working from home, as in everyone who works from home, you only pay attention to the top half, how you're dressed, because it doesn't matter what you wear on the other bottom. So you're often there in your jammies or you know, I mean, my black leggings, you know, worked. They worked.
I have seen the videos online of people forgetting they were in the underwear.
And you remember never to stand up, you know, because you're just doing the top half. So it's a very weird world, you know what I mean? Because you're presenting yourself. And now I have a cat, and I do my sessions on the sofa, and I'm there being all very serious, very intense. And George the cat walks behind me, and they go, ooh, look, and I'm like, George, get down. You know what I mean? So there's that mixture. And obviously, if you have children as well, I've trained my son. I mean, he's much older than yours, but I've trained my son. You know, when the door's locked to the living room, he knows I'm working and not to interrupt or come down with his sound system on blaring, which has happened before. And it's like, because those are the things at home. But you know, I miss going out. I miss that sort of getting ready, having a shower, going out, getting your coffee on the way to the, you know, DLR at that time. You know, all that thing. I do miss it. You know, even though it's very, you know, easy at home. You've got a break. You can just put the washing on, or the dishwasher, or
little things.
Yes, these little things, so you feel on top of all your, you know, household stuff.
House stays tidy.
Do you find that as well, though, being a personal trainer? I would have thought you kind of have to be in front of the person, don't you?
That is exactly it. Most of my clients took a break during the first lockdown.
Right.
2 of them stayed religiously online, and one client was a post-stroke rehab, so I continued going to him. But with the 2 clients, we were joking that it's impersonal training for a while. And I felt it was right. I lowered my prices for them for the hourly rate, just to kind of as a thank you. And they increased the sessions as a result. And we were just joking that, you know, usually it's me moving around the client, and suddenly I was saying, hey, would you turn left and face that way? And can I see you from behind? And just going, I'm so sorry. That was never going to stick. It was never going to work for me. I don't like it. So while I am planning to do online coaching, it will only be sort of in a checkup way. I think it's so dull. I don't want to sit on my living room floor and just go, now lift 5 times. I get bored. But my cats also love me being online. They would love that, because they will be literally, you can see a paw reaching into the It's hilarious.
Do you know what? It's hilarious with pets at home, and when you're trying to work, and how that, and even actually having children as well when you're trying to work.